I'm Cincinnati Man, and we're here to talk about, or I am here to talk about season 7, episode 12, the finale of Love is Blind. This will be a fairly quick one. There's only two weddings, but I'll start off with on a very somber note. Ramsey and Ramses and Marissa decided not to go through with it. Mainly Ramses, which I'm very surprised actually. I thought it was going to be Marissa the one to call it off, and it needed to. Um, I don't know if it's one of those things where it's the outside looking in, or did other. You can want something to work so much that you're willing to ignore the other person not giving their all, their 100%. Unfortunately, if you had enough people in your life that you cared about, that has happened. I've had it happen a few times. And it sucks because you're like, I'm doing everything to make this work. Don't let it work. Let it work. It doesn't work that way. Unfortunately, the other person has to submit, or the other person has to go along, or the other person has to be willing to be one with you. It's a union. It's two people being in a union. And it just didn't work. And I'm happy that it didn't work. I hope Marissa really takes the time and think about it instead of being like, I'm perfect, I'm this. Be like, oh, wait a minute. Like, because the energy thing, that happens. Like, I can sometimes be overbearing when I'm talking about work. Like the same thing you said, oh, you come back from work and just talk about that. I had to learn that over time. And, I've dated people where it's like, hey, you're a little bit too intense talking about how much one whatever job I had at the time sucked, or whatever. It happened like 10 years ago. Anyway, so I understand that. But now on to let's do Ashley and Tyler. I'm glad it worked. I was hoping nothing gigantic happened, like nobody come out of nowhere and say anything. Oh yeah. Also, this episode, all the men got bashed. I ain't hear one guy. Think about this entire episode. You didn't hear one guy say anything bad about any women. You heard it a couple times, when they was at the bachelorette thing. Yeah, we had to learn. No, me and Ashley both know hard, hard. Like if we know that something's wrong, we stop immediately. I was like, Ashley didn't do that. Ashley did not do that. She went forward. She went forward with a gigantic red flag. You don't think it was a text, but anyway. So I'm happy for them. I just want to stay in the moment. I don't want to think about the reunion. I don't want to think about the other stuff that comes out. It was beautiful what happened. Hey, Ashley's friends. Whoa, woo. Let me keep it professional. Keep it professional. Anyway, mama too. So that was beautiful. Um, Taylor and Garrett. I made a mistake. I'm watching on YouTube. I am Cincinnati Man. I was watching it and I kind of glanced at when the dude was walking down the steps to talk to Garrett, and I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh, her is dead. I was like, damn, my racial profiling. We started talking. I was like, okay. Then all of a sudden, I was like, wait a minute. Like, wait, whoa. I was shocked. And when Taylor's dad gave that speech talking about people being there for each other and talking about how he loves them and everything, I was like, this is one of the pure examples of less screen time is more. He knocked it. Taylor's dad knocked it out of the park. Oh, and the final thing I'll say is there's two things. That whole episode, when people start crying, I'm like, it's okay to cry. Go ahead and cry. I ain't gonna cry, but it's okay to cry. You can cry, let it out, let it out. It is okay to cry, whether it's tears of sadness or joy. You gotta give yourself that emotional outlet. Second thing I'll say, besides the text message hiccup, I'm gonna say this right now. Garrett is Brett level. Brett and Tiffany, I think it was season 4. He's Brett level. As in attentiveness, the caringness, just they're in sync. It's different. It's different than Tiffany and Brett. I'm not saying they're like that, but I'm saying the overall joy and kindness they show each other is on that level. So yes, we're gonna get to the reunion. Yes, we're gonna get to people coming out with secrets and stuff. Yes, we're gonna get bashing because I'm gonna tell you right now, I've watched two of these reunions, and this is 100% true. All the women, if they don't like somebody, or majority of them, they don't like one of the guys, they attack them, and the guys in the relationship just sit there quietly. Nobody's running. No guys are like, no, no, no. They get out the way. I've yet, as far as 4 and 6, this is season 7. I have never seen it go the other way, where all the guys be like, you. So that will never happen, because we know as men, there's a certain way that you don't talk to women as respectfully. Which was more respectful and grace the other way. But I don't know. This was a wonderful episode. I'm relieved, and I'll see you on the next one next week. I'm trying to get my best friend Amber to join me on the podcast. She does occasionally on this podcast. She says she'll let me know. She's gonna be here because we're gonna have a woman's perspective of this, And I always like to have a counterbalance and stuff because it's fun, or different perspective on life. So I'm Cincinnati Man. I will see you on the next one.